About ready to make our trek to Vegas from Phoenix. We're gonna go hit Best in the Desert's main office and get the car teched and make sure that everything's all good to go for our qualifying tomorrow. So leading into that, tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up really early. We're gonna head out to Gene and we're gonna go do our qualifying. We got a 5-mile loop that we're gonna go do. We're gonna knock that out, come back, hang out for the day, go to tech the following day, and then the race the day after that. Vegas to Reno, let's go do it. So we picked up our buddy Jesse at the airport, and we stopped by the house, and we grabbed a few more supplies, and we topped off our new Rome Adventure coolers there, and filled them up with ice, and so we're gonna have some nice frosty beverages when we get up to Vegas. So today was qualifying day in Las Vegas for Vegas to Reno here, and so Brandon and Pat and Miles all went up yesterday, got registered, and this morning they took the car out to Gene, Nevada, and which is kind of there near Primm, just I guess west of Las Vegas, and that's where the qualifying course was. And actually qualified pretty well. We qualified 12th. Looked like there was about 42 or 43 cars qualifying today in the Pro UTV Turbo class. So a 12th qualifying position is pretty good. Man, there's some fast guys out there today. From where they had great coverage online. We're actually watching it. We were watching online. They did like a live coverage, and it was fun to watch. So they did a really good job covering it. Good job, Best in the Desert. But 12 spots. So we get off the line on Friday, 12th, and we got a little bit of work to do, but there's a lot of fast cars. So you know what? We're gonna have to be on our A game, and we're gonna give her hell and see how it ends up. Well, we weren't paying attention to our Google Maps, and now we're in gridlock in Las Vegas, and it sucks, because Las Vegas traffic sucks anyway, and now we're just sitting here. But we have a reservation at 8 o'clock for steak, so there's hope. Sucks. We got to Vegas here tonight, and we met up with the rest of the team who did qualifying today. We had a great steak dinner tonight here at Sam's Town. And Brandon, tell us how qualifying went.
We had an awesome day of qualifying.
Good.
Awesome day of qualifying. The course was great. It was a little bit of everything. It was a little bit of whoops, a little bit of fast sections, some cool transfers and stuff like that. But awesome course that they set up. We qualified 12th, which I'd like to be a little bit higher, but to be honest with you, 12th is a great start for Vegas to Reno. There's a lot of miles in that race. There's a lot of cars in this race. I think we had 46 qualifiers.
I think so, yeah.
And 12th is an awesome position.
I think that's a good position. Nothing to be ashamed of.
A lot of stuff can happen at 500 miles.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, you guys are towards the front, and I think you guys will be able to make it happen. We'll be able to make it happen. So that's a good spot. We're happy with that, and we're excited about the race for sure.
But tomorrow morning we're going to get up and we're going to head to Tech and Contingency.
Yeah.
Anyone that needs wristbands, we're going to make sure that they have wristbands, and make sure the car passes tech, make sure that all the safety equipment and stuff is taken care of. Make sure that the sponsors are all there, and everyone knows that we're there. But no, tomorrow's going to be a good day. It's going to be a little bit hot, but we're going to try and get there a little bit early and knock it out, get it done as soon as possible, and get back, relax, make sure that the rest of our team gets here, and make a plan for the rest.
And
of the day.
we'll find some time in the shade tomorrow to go over the car one more time and make sure it's ready for Friday morning. And we're going to get our fuel. We'll get some last minute supplies, some drinks and stuff. Make sure everything is all good, and we'll definitely be ready for Friday morning for sure.
Absolutely.
we are here at Tech and Contingency at the Boulder Station here in Las Vegas, and man, we got here early, which was great because it's going to get hot today. And man, we've already been through the whole contingency line, and we're here at the final tech thing, and man, we're going to have this thing wrapped up by 9 o'clock today, which is awesome. So we'll have a little time to look the car over after qualifying yesterday, and clean things up a little bit. We're going to talk about our pit plan a little bit, and you know what, we're going to relax today and basically rest up and be ready for a long day tomorrow, and we're going to get it done. We don't know for sure whether a clean car is faster than a dirty car, but we're not taking any chances. So we just deployed our Rome Adventure truck awning here out in the parking lot. We're going to be here for a little bit, just kind of tidying up on the car, and this thing makes a bunch of shade, and you can tell we're in Las Vegas in August, and we're going to need all the shade we can get. So we're certainly happy to have these guys on board, and this is going to be a great addition to our chase truck package here. This Rome Adventure cooler is going to be doing double duty overtime this week. It's going to be hot, and we're going to go through a lot of beverages, lots of water, ice, or in Mexico, yellow.
Pat just filled up the gas cans, and we're going to top off the car real quick, head back to the hotel, do the couple last minute things, and we're going to head out. So we're going to replace the belt on the car after qualifying. There's really nothing wrong with the belt at all. It just the short course, the qualifying course, is a little bit rough on the belt. Super high speeds, and it's a harsh condition for the belt. So to be safe, we're going to put a new belt on it, make sure that it goes all 500 miles.
GPS is all good. We're just making sure the course is on there, and we've got the whole thing obviously, but yeah, it's on there, it's good to go.
So the car is 100% dialed in now, nothing else to do on it. Just make sure that we can get to the start line tomorrow morning and get our guys where they need to be and when they need to be there, and we're gonna go race. It's race morning here at Vegas to Reno, and we're about ready to head out to the start line. We decided to stay in Vegas for the night, and we're gonna head out just past Beatty. It's about 2.5 hour drive, so we got a little bit of a drive this morning, and then our guys are gonna separate into the trucks, get the car to the start line, and we're gonna head off to this race.
We are just getting ready to leave the parking lot here at the hotel, and we are headed to the start line. They pushed it back to start time a little bit because they stretched out the intervals between cars. They went from what is normally 30 seconds to a minute on all the cars. So we're actually going to get off the starting line a little bit later than we had previously hoped. So puts us up at the finish line a little bit later too. But you know what? We're ready to go, and we're off. So let's see how today goes. So So we're rolling up the highway here, and we're headed to the start line. And one of our stops along the way is Beatty, Nevada, is a place called Eddy World. And Eddy World is a pretty good-sized little gas station in Beatty. The Death Valley Candy Company is in Beatty at the same location. They actually have a confectionery candy making plant place there, and they sell all this bagged candy that they make, hard candy and licorice and all kinds of weird candy. And it's inside the place. It's kind of weird because it's all brick and it's kind of like an old castle. It's just kind of weird. But they do have good ice cream. Amargosa Valley here, and if you take a left here, you go to Pahrump, Nevada, and if you take a right, you go out into the middle of nowhere. A lot of times, Vegas to Reno, there's actually a pit right here when we start further south of here. So sometimes there's a pit right here, but not much to see here. But an interesting little brothel and beef jerky shop. We are in Beatty, Nevada, at the Death Valley Candy Company, aka Eddy World, the creepy place I was telling you about before. It's kind of like a old castle, but not old. It's actually new. But anyway, they got a lot of candy in here. We're gonna get Justin some Skittles, the family size Skittle bag. Ain't nothing like skittled up Justin. One last top off on ice for our Roman Venture cooler here, and man, this thing's been holding ice great for yesterday was almost 110 in Vegas, and this thing's working out great. Been outside all day, and it's got plenty of ice in there still, so it's working out great for us, and we can't wait to get started on this race. We are less than a mile out of Beatty, where we just stopped and topped off the fuel, and they warned us about some possible traffic delays, and they weren't kidding. There's a line of cars now further than we can see right now, and we are stopped on the highway, and we're still 38 miles from the start line. But it looks like there may be some guys that end up late for their starting position, because there's a bunch of race cars in this line. So let's see what happens. It'll be interesting. You might get off the line late. Hopefully not.
So we're almost at the start line. We can actually see the cars off in the distance, see their dust trails. But yeah, we're almost to the start line, and we're gonna get the car unloaded off the trailer. We got stuck in some traffic, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're not gonna miss our start position for sure. So we'll get the car unloaded off the trailer, make sure that we have water in the car, fire shoes, helmets, and next gens, and we're gonna go racing.
Nice little thing is it's got a magnet on it. Sticks right to the cage. Holds his bladder in. Always knows where his tube is.
So we are here at the start line, and man, there's stuff scattered out over the desert here. You can see off in the distance, you can see the line of cars lined up, getting ready to take off. The trophy trucks are now rolling. Not all of them, but they have started. So the course is hot, and these guys are moving. So with a minute between all these other cars, it will still be a little bit before we get off the line, but we're getting ready to send the car down to the start line now, and then we're heading off to our first pit stop. So stay tuned. It's about to go down. We are back on the highway. Pit 1 went as we had hoped it would, just a flyby. We looked at the car as it went by. Everything looked good. It looked dry. The drivers got no problems. We're kind of right where we started. We're physically 12th, but it looks like we have gained a couple minutes off the actual start time. So, hopefully everything's going to keep going well. And as of right now, all the cars that started ahead of us are all still in the game, so everyone seems to be running pretty strong. So you know what, this is going to be a battle here. This whole race is going to be a battle. So we'll see. It's getting really hot outside. Drivers said everything was fine. So we're on our way now to our next stop, which is actually fuel stop. So we're going to be headed up the road quite a ways here, and then we're going to set up for our first fuel stop. So there'll be some things going on there, and hopefully the car's good, and all we got to do is dump gas. So we are coming through the town of Goldfield, Nevada right now, which you can guess this was an old gold mining town. It's, at least that's what the name would indicate, and it sure looks like an old gold mining town. But you've heard of Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, and you've heard of Stonehenge and wherever Stonehenge is, with the big rocks buried in the dirt. Well, here they have Carhenge, which is basically a forest of cars that are buried halfway, standing up on end, and it's kind of out in the hills over here. It's quite eclectically interesting to look at, but we're not going to go there today because we ain't got time. We're going to catch our race car. All right, so we just went through the town of Tonopah, Nevada, and their high school football mascot is the Muckers. I don't know if you know what a mucker is. A mucker is the guy that goes behind the blasting team, and they're the ones that shovel out all the busted rock out of the mines. So they have mines up here, silver mines and whatnot back in the day, so they're the Muckers, Tonopah Muckers. And there is a hotel here in Tonopah called the Meespaw Inn. And when the Meespaw was built, back in, I don't even know when it was built, but when it was built, it was the tallest building in the state of Nevada. And it also has a claim to fame to having the first elevator in the state of Nevada. It's a really cool hotel. I've stayed there. It's definitely old school, but very well preserved, and it's a cool place to see. So we're moving on and headed for Pit 5, which is Big Smoky, and that's where we're going to fuel the car. So we'll keep you posted. We just passed Pit 4. We're headed to 5 and set up for fuel. If you can get a hold of Pat, ask him what his fuel burn looks like.
15.5. 1.1, you can hear you, Dad.
Okay, we're good then. Awesome. Thank you. Fuel is in the car. It's didn't go quite as quick as we wanted it to, but it never does. But the car took exactly the amount of fuel that we expected it to, and thanks to our aim dash, it's given us a really good fuel burn. So we knew how much fuel we'd use, and man, that's exactly what we put in it. So 2 cans full up to the top, so about 24 gallons of fuel we put in the car, and they're off. We lost one physical position. The Murrays were right behind them, and we couldn't get them out in front of them. It's unfortunate, but we'll get them back. We're not even halfway. As a matter of fact, we're barely over a quarter of the way. So here we go. We're on to pit 7 now. Not a fuel pit. Again, it'll be just an observation pit, but we hope we're off and running. Got some stuff to put away, and back in the truck again. We're at pit 7, and hopefully we're just doing a visual here. About race mile 246. So realistically, this is about halfway right here. So we'll find out where we're at. We don't know at the moment, but we're about to find out. They're just about, I don't know, maybe 15 miles out. So we're ready. So we're leaving pit 7 now. The car just went by, another flyby, which is perfect. They said the car's great. Looks like we're running in 8th position. Pretty happy with that. You know, we started in 12th, running physically 8th right now, about 13 minutes off the lead. So you know, there's some mixed up stuff in there with times, and you know who's first and who's second. But you know, that'll all just have to get all sorted out at the end. So we're on our way to our next spot, and we're done fueling. So we've got another pit at Mina, and then on to Top Gun, and then from there it's off to the finish. So hey, this is a good friend of mine here, right here. This is Tim Orchard. Tim Orchard's the owner of OMF Wheels, one of our best sponsors, like forever, since day one.
Man,
and,
we're glad to do it for you guys.
Yeah, and unfortunately he's out here pitting for one of our biggest competitors, but that's okay. We won't hold it. Well, we'll hold it a little bit. But not bad.
Chase 1, you got a copy?
Good luck, you guys.
Yep, thank
Go
you.
fast.
Yeah, go ahead. Right now, looks like we might have picked up a couple spots. I show us in 6th physical right now, it looks like. So hey man, everything's going okay. We're just kind of chugging along here. So we're gonna get on the next pit, and the next pit for the car is actually Gabs. They're gonna fuel the car there, and then we won't see them for a little bit. We're skipping pit 10, which is Rawhide out in the middle of nowhere, and then we're gonna catch them at Top Gun, and from there we head to the finish. So hopefully everything keeps going the way it's going right now, and you know what, we're in the hunt, and we're gonna hopefully stay there. So let's get it on. We're on the access road coming out of pit 8 right now, and you can see the dust in front of us. You can only imagine what it's like on a race course trying to pass another car out there. These guys, and they're driving blind in this dust. It's tough for sure. So you got to be on your A game for sure. Headed to the Top Gun pit, which is going to be, I do believe, pit number 11. We're hoping not to do anything there, but that'll be our last pit before we go to the finish line. And we are right now coming into Hawthorne, Nevada. I do believe Brandon is getting pretty close to his next fuel stop, which is in Gabbs. It's back behind us. The other chase truck has got that pit. And from there, then they'll be headed to the very last pit, which is Weeks. They'll be going up over the top over Highway 50. So we won't see them. It's likely we won't see that other truck until we get to the finish line. But anyway, we're rolling into Hawthorne, Nevada right now. It's kind of an unusual place in that there's a military base here, but it's a naval base, and which is kind of funny because there's no oceans anywhere around here. But
in 1.3 miles, turn left onto US 95.
Got it. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, there's a naval base here, but mainly I think anymore they just use this, and you can fact check me all you guys want, but there's bunkers across the desert out here. They're just strewn all across the desert, and my understanding is it's mostly outdated military munitions and various stuff that's all stored in these bunkers. But there's hundreds and hundreds of them out there. It's kind of cool to look out there, but I'd sure like to see what's in them all, but I don't think they're going to let me. But anyway, interesting little town. They do have a golf course at the military base, which is again kind of unusual, but it's a neat town. And when we get past the town, we're going to go just right when we leave here. We're going to start going around Walker Lake. Good sized body of water out here, and my understanding, again, fact check me if you want, but my understanding is that this was a submarine warfare training place, and I've been told, and I don't know this, but that from the base here they actually could move the submarines out to the lake and back to the base without anybody knowing it. So interesting stuff. Don't know how true all that is, but it's fact check for yourself. But still an interesting place to go through, and kind of cool to see. Okay, we had to take a little stop on the side of the road to make sure we could hear the radio transmissions from the car, but we got an update on the tracker showing the car stopped at about 364. So we were getting a broken transmission on the radio from the driver. We could barely hear him. We're quite a ways away from there, but we're on the other side of Walker Lake. So what we gathered was that they broke a belt, and when the belt broke, it broke one of the part of the clutch on the rear transmission clutch. So they put another belt on it, and they are now they're rolling again, but they could have a little bit of collateral damage in there that we're going to have to work on it. Hopefully they can get it to Top Gun. They got a couple of belts on the car, so hopefully they can keep this thing together and get it to that Top Gun pit. There is one pit in between at Rawhide, but it's way the heck out there, and it would take 3 or 4 hours to get there. So hopefully they can keep this car together and keep it rolling, get it to the Top Gun pit. Hopefully we can make a good repair and still be still be up there in the top guys. I don't know. So we might have some work to do here. So. Right, so we're pulling into the Top Gun pit right now, and we're not out of this game yet. The leaders, a couple of leaders just came through, and we're not that far off. I mean, we're still, I think we're still 10, 15 miles back, but hopefully, if all we need to do is change that clutch, I think we could do that pretty quick, and we'll be we can get out of here quick. I mean, we're still in the hunt. I mean, we're not going to win it, but I think we're going to have a decent. Hopefully, we'll have a decent showing still. So, anyway, we're going to get some stuff ready, and we'll keep you posted.
We need a belt in the car too, please.
Copy that. We're ready for that.
Okay, thank you guys. We'll be there in just a minute.
Fire! Go, 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 go!
You guys are safe. You are safe. Is it out? Confirm. We're out. We're good. We're out. We're good. It's already the fire. Clear. Clear. All right, we're at the Top Gun pit. We told you guys that we were having a little problem with the clutches on the car. So the car made it in here. They did a quick little field repair. They put a new belt on it. It had leaked a little bit of oil out of the seal, but the car was actually doing okay. And they got it in here in fairly good time. And it didn't look like they actually lost too many positions. So the clutch was definitely broken. We pulled the cover off. The clutch was completely broken. So we went to work cleaning it. There was some oil residue in the back. Well, we wanted to clean that out, make sure nothing else was in there. So we made a mistake of spraying a bunch of brake clean in on a hot clutch, and we lit that sucker on fire like Statue of Liberty's torch.
Let me zoom in on those eyebrows.
Yeah, I think they got a little bit of eyebrow flash there. But you know what? We had guys here that were ready on the fire extinguisher, threw some dirt on it. It went out quick. No harm, no foul there, really. We went back to work, cleaned all the dirt out. We put a new clutch on, we put a new belt on, slapped the cover back on, sent them on their way. And I gotta be honest, I don't think we were here for 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. So it was really a quick deal. Gotta thank Jesse, he jumped right in. He's one of the best wrenches I think I know anywhere on UTVs, so, and probably anything else, but UTVs for sure. So thank goodness we had him here today. Anyway, we're still running. We're not going to win this one, but we're going to be up there. I'm hoping for a top 10 still. So, all in all, we're still in the hunt. We're still running good, and you know what? We're headed to the finish line now. So, it's just about almost a wrap. But we will talk to you from Dayton. Got back on the highway after leaving the our crazy pit there, and we got tracking availability, and Jesse was able to track us, and it looks like we're not only still in the hunt for a finish, it looks like we're still running in 8th position probably. So, you know, who knows, before the end, I mean, if somebody else has a problem, or maybe we catch somebody snoozing, you know, we may, who knows, maybe we'll get a top 5. I don't know, that'd be awesome. But either way, if we can finish this deal with an 8th place finish, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that after that little event. So all in all, you know, it's been a great race so far, but we'll still update you guys from the finish line. So our first year racing Vegas to Reno in a Polaris Razor was 2007, and in 2007 we became the first UTV to actually finish this entire race, and we were officially, when we crossed the finish line, we were the last car on course. And when we crossed the finish line on Saturday morning, they had already cleaned up the finish line, and they had already taken down the the big balloon thing, and we were pretty much the only ones there. And after we finished, there was a lot of people that had doubts that we would ever finish that race. And after we finished, we actually got a call from Casey Folks, and he actually apologized for taking the finish line down before we got there, because he was very, very proud of all his racers, and he felt really, really bad that when we got there, we didn't get the same reception that all the other teams that finished were. So that never happened again, ever. And I'll tell you what an evolution for the UTV class. When you look at us now, maybe finishing this race in possibly under 10 hours, and back then I think we were somewhere around the 26-hour range to finish this virtually the same race. So it's a whole different story these days, and I'll tell you what, it's been a heck of a ride, and I can't wait to see where this whole UTV thing goes. It's pretty crazy. We have just pulled into Fallon, Nevada, which is where we're actually going to spend the night tonight, and our car is almost to the finish line already. So from here to the finish line is a good solid hour drive, and so we made the command decision that we're going to go get hotel rooms, and Chase 2 is going to pick up the car at the finish line and meet us back here in Fallon.
In half a mile, turn left.
Which is regrettable, because I've always gone to the finish line every single time, but we will completely miss the finish tonight. So it's I think this is the most prudent thing to do, and so we're going to get a good night's sleep and obviously head back to Phoenix tomorrow. But man, we got a lot of stories to tell on this one, so it should be pretty interesting for sure.
So we finished the 2021 Vegas to Reno this year. It was definitely something we had to try out. We had a handful of issues, but we got every single mile done, and we got it done before it closed, and it looks like we probably ended up 12th. We started 12th, finished 12th. Not all that bad, but definitely need to work on a couple things to make sure that we get it figured out for the next race. All in all, we had a great day, and we had fun racing. No matter how you slice it, a good day of racing, you really can't beat it. We had a little bit of rain, ton of dust, and the course was actually pretty rough for Vegas to Reno. It was actually pretty rough. So car handled great, performed awesome. Like I said, we got to work on a couple bugs to be able to make sure that our belt can last, and a few other things. Car caught on fire at one point when we were trying to fix the clutch. Everything back there is so hot, we were trying to clean off a deal with some brake clean, caught on fire, and that was pretty scary, but we were able to get it put out, and no one was hurt really. A couple eyebrows maybe gone, but no one was seriously injured, which is awesome. That's all that really matters. Our pit crew did an awesome job today, making sure that the car got to the finish line. They all had to work their butts off to make sure that everything was perfect, but they did it. Those guys did an awesome job, and everyone else that came to the race and helped us out, thank you. Obviously, Polaris Industries, BFG Tires, All Balls Racing, KC Lights, Fox Shocks. You guys are awesome. Everything on the car worked phenomenal. OMF Wheels, we had one flat tire today. We definitely deserved it. I hit a huge rock, so it is what it is. That's one of those things that happens when you're racing. But OMF Wheels held up great. PRP seats were comfortable. Door bags worked great to hold our impact. Brand new window nets on the car. That was awesome too. So all good there. Polaris lubricants stayed in the car all day. Factory UTV. They were underneath the car, protect the bottom. Shock therapy, the steering rack, and limit straps and stuff did an awesome job. So thank you, all of our sponsors. You guys did an awesome job, and we'll be at the next one.